All right, y'all, I'm back. I got a lot going on in the house. Like I said, the phone was blowing up, but I'm back. All right. This little stuff has been stopping me from going live, but I'm going to push through it like I used to. Whew. All right. I got to figure out how to make my phone not ring while I'm live. I don't know how to do that. I got to ask Dior, I guess. Anyway. All right, so again, we were talking about how to start investing with little to no money. And we tapped into micro investing apps like your Acorn, your Cash App, Robinhood, Stash. Those apps let you invest with small sums of money, $3 to $5. All right. So just getting in the habit of investing is what's important. Okay. Then we talked about dividend reinvestment plan strips, and basically where you reinvest your dividends directly into purchasing more shares. So instead of just letting it sit, or instead of taking it out, they're automatically reinvested into more dividends. And it's a way to start with a minimal amount and grow it big, okay? And then we tapped into ETFs and fractional shares. And the ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, there are lower investment requirements for that, and they can be traded like individual stocks, right? So in addition to that, and you can watch the last video, it ends abruptly, and I'm going to edit it and, probably get it ready to post it somewhere else whole. But basically with ETFs, you can get a share of something, of a company, and that share includes tons of various companies with, say for instance, 1,000 shares. So you're buying a share, a portion of some company that is in this ETF that includes 1,000 of those shares, 1,000 of some more shares, 1,000 of so you're able to play a part in the bigger picture. You're able to get more bang for your buck, so to speak, versus trying to spend a large amount and buy one share. Okay. Now with the fractional shares, it's the same concept as ETFs, but you are getting less value out of it. So you're spending whatever you want on a share. So instead of having to pay $100 for a share that costs $100, or for a company that costs $100 per share, you can put $5 and get a fraction of that share. So a percentage of that share is what fractional shares are. So there's no excuse for not getting started with investing, because you do not have to have a lot of money to start investing. That's what we're getting to. All right, so the next one, robo-advisors. Okay, there's something called robo-advisors, and one of them is Wealthfront. There's one called Betterment, and they have lower minimum investment requirements. Okay, what they do is they automate your investment based on your risk tolerance and financial goals. Thank you, Luxurious Picnics, Lux Vents. I need it, child. Get myself together. I need that encouragement. But then the robo-advisors is cool because you say when you get into it, okay, I want to risk big, or, I'm new to this. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want a big investment. So it takes that and it automatically makes investments for you based on your risk tolerance. And that's robo-advisors. You do not have to have a large amount to get started, but try Wealthfront and Betterment. Another way to start investing with little to no money is to utilize your retirement account. Okay. So if you have a job, a lot of times now they are requiring you to enroll in the company's what is it called, retirement account, or the investment account. They have different names they call it. But if they're requiring you to do it, some people just forget about it, and that's fine too. But you can control how that money is being invested by reaching out to that advisor. All of these companies have an advisor with them. If you don't know who it is, ask someone in your HR department how to get in touch with the advisor. Custodial accounts. I couldn't think of the name. It's called custodial accounts too. Ask someone to give you the contact information for that advisor for your custodial account or your retirement account. Talk to them and tell them talk to them about what companies you like. Talk to them about your investment tolerance, if you want it to be riskier, because generally they put it in a fund that benefits them. So whoever the company is, if it's, say for instance, John Hancock, they would have some type of fund, a company, if they're publicly traded, and that's where your funds are going to grow. But they don't have to stay there. So you can play a part in that investment vehicle too, by just reaching out. And even if you don't want to change anything, if you don't feel like you are knowledgeable in that area, you talk to that advisor and ask all the questions you want to ask, because that's just going to help you grow your knowledge with investing. Okay, so it's all about understanding it, getting to understanding it, knowing about it. That's what's important. All right, now the employer-sponsored retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs are cool because they allow you to start with minimal contributions. So I've seen some that say you can invest 1% of your check. And it's at a time where you're going to have a little something. We're talking about investing with little to no money. You're going to have a little bit of something because you're getting paid. And then that small amount comes out. And a lot of the companies, after you're vested after a year, varies by company, they start adding to it. So it's not about just saving, because that wheel never stops. It has to be something that makes it grow also. So yes, it's growing with the company matching it, but you also want to do periodic checks. Like I said at the beginning, talk to that advisor and see what information you can get on the funds that money is being invested in. Okay. Now, another way to start investing with little to no money is by education and research. Oh, put the phone on the time. Thank you. I knew it was a way to do it. Okay, I'll make sure I do that from now on. Craziness. Okay. So education and research, while you are accumulating, okay, your initial investment, you educate yourself. So don't wait until you know everything about investing. Just get started with a minimal amount and be educating yourself along the way. So you're going to read books, you're going to listen to podcasts, you're going to watch videos, use all the free resources you can think of online so you can understand the basics of investing. There's so much information out there. And you're going to do that while you're investing versus waiting till you figure you know everything to get started. So you want to make sure you get started. You can start with minimal risk by investing small, but just get started and then start doing your research, or doing your research as you're getting it going. Okay. All right. Because the more you know, the better decisions you can make. So you start small, you educate yourself, take advantage of all those free resources, get that knowledge in there, and it's going to continue to grow. It's only up from here. All right, another way you can start investing with little to no money is side hustles and savings. So you want to consider taking on a side hustle or allocating a portion of your savings specifically for investing if you have savings. So like I said, I've been getting a lot of people asking me, how do I get started if I don't have a lot of money? And that's the story of majority of people. The majority does not have extra money with the way the economy is to invest. And you will always feel like that unless you find a way around it. So these are ways around that. Every little bit helps. I know that. And as your funds grow, you can gradually increase your investment. So don't feel bad because you're investing small. You're understanding and learning the game. You're learning it. Small is fine because you will start seeing patterns and understanding that piece by piece growth will happen. But you just got to get started. All right. So it's crucial to invest wisely. I'm not saying be out here recklessly throwing money out the window. I'm not saying that. It is important to invest wisely, which is why I say that you want to start small as you're educating yourself, because you don't want to be just gambling. Otherwise, you're just gambling. Diversification and long-term view are key. And you'll start seeing that as you start with those small amounts. So you always want to be aware of fees and commissions that may impact your investment. Okay, especially when dealing with smaller amounts, because those fees will take bits and pieces away from what you're investing. All of those things play a part in the bigger picture. So that's why it's important to just get started so you can start getting familiar with that. And, it's going to just keep getting better and better. So that's it, guys. I gave you 7 things, including the last video. 7 ways to get started investing with little to no money. So stay tuned, because that's what I'm going to be talking about more on here, because that's the reason why a lot of people are saying that they are not investing right now. They're saying, I don't have anything extra. I can't pull anything out of the air. I don't have it. So we have to be creative, and we have to think outside the box and start figuring out, how do I just get started? All right. So make sure you follow me if you're not following me already. And I thank you so much for your time. And stay tuned for more of these, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.